Hope everyone had a great Monday. Welcome back to the trading table. Today we're going to be going over some of the biggest movers today, some plays, and more. Starting it off, we have the S&P 500 here. As you can see, it finished relatively neutral, just about 50-50 with a little bit more stocks here being red. Apple had a great day. Nvidia just pretty neutral. Tech as a whole neutral. But jumping now over to SPY. We were watching this downtrend today, and I did call out calls right here at this low of day. Those went on to not do as well as I expected, but SPY was just being really weird today. You know, a lot of lows here and then a squeeze back up. But nevertheless, we adhere to versatility. Nvidia and SPY today were correlated pretty heavily with each other. Because, when NVIDIA moves, SPY moves. And I did call this out in the video to watch for volatility today at open, right? A good way to tell if the next day is going to be volatile is if you see a gap up. So here, the market gapped up and then NVIDIA was rising really, really high until market open. That's generally an indicator that there will be a sell-off or increased volatility at open, right? So as we can see here today, NVIDIA opened and just absolutely hit the tank, dropping over 3% right in the first few minutes of market open. It then decided to recover and then just chopped out the rest of the day, finishing at around 904. China stocks today were having quite a run. We have BABA here who went up over 5% on the day, right? Like I said, watch that gap up for increased volatility during the day. So we had a big gap up here for BABA. And then instead of selling off here, BABA actually had an increase in price and then decided to, chop around the 85 and 84 level here for most of the day. Nevertheless, having a great day for China stocks. When BABA moves, JD moves. They really go hand in hand. These two China stocks here are probably my two favorite to trade. We had a gap up here in the pre-market, and then consequently after, we had a nice rise in price action here, and the bulls took it all the way up to 34.6 today. A general ETF, I'd say basically like the SPY for China stocks here, is going to be FXI. FXI is always a great trade. As you can see, I'll throw a picture of BABA's chart up right here. You can see that they follow each other very closely, right? So if, BABA's premiums are getting kind of interesting or, for whatever reason you don't want to trade BABA, you can always go to FXI. Definitely a very reliable for these China stocks here. Jumping over to Landon now, here's some plays.
So for our big money plays, for our first one, we have ticker symbol ALB. It's a put option contract for the date of June 20th, 2025. We have a total number of premiums of 1.56 million at a strike price of 130 and a total volume of 7K. I'm really loving this play. There's a lot of money being put into this. Keep an eye out for it. For our second one, we have ARKG. It's a put option contract for an expiration date of 6/21/2024 at a strike price of 25 and a total premium number of 940K. There's a lot of money going into this as well and a total volume of 10K. And then for our last one, I'm also really liking this one because we have two big money plays for two different strike prices. Our first is for a strike price of 77.5, and our second is for a strike price of 80. For the first one, there's a total number of 600K premiums, and the second one has a total number of 617K premiums. The first one has an expiration of 6/21/2024, and then the second one, the one that has a strike price of 80, has an expiration of 7/19/2024.
Yeah, Landon, I'm really loving these plays here, especially with Marvel. They really got the strike out of the money, which is very interesting to see. You don't really see big money doing that a lot. So Marvel will definitely be on my watch list here for the next few days. If I see a gap up like this again in the pre-market, I'll definitely be throwing some call options at it because that means it's probably going to be moving. Jumping over to our next symbol, we have Riot here. Riot had a very great move today. Landon called us out in our free Discord today at around 12:36. He said Riot was going to start bearing down due to our technical analysis of it. And that's exactly what it did here. We had a nice gap down of over 2.7%. So if you were on our Discord and you traded that, congratulations. If not, we call out plays like this every single day. Right here is going to be on my radar for this week, especially since Bitcoin has some volatility and it's been bouncing off of that 63,000 resistance.
Yeah, I'm really loving the volatility of Riot and the fact that it's so easy to follow their trends.
Yeah, Riot's trend is definitely really easy to follow. And yep, GG. 3, 2, 1. Riot's trend is definitely really easy to follow. Jumping over to our calendar now, we have some interesting things going on here. We did talk about this last video, but it's worth talking about again. Tomorrow before open, we have Baba reporting. I'm going to be watching this really closely as Baba had a great hype train behind it today, rising over 5%. It is down in the aftermarket right now, but I'm not too worried about Baba here. And it's definitely something to watch for tomorrow. After close on Tuesday, we don't have a lot going on. And then before open on Wednesday, also not a lot going on. However, we do have PPI coming out Tuesday before open. This will affect the market, even though it's just month on month, right? Producer price index is very important for the market, and it's definitely something to watch, and we will be posting the data in our Discord. Wednesday before open, we have core CPI month on month, and we also do have Jerome Powell speaking. Whenever Jerome Powell speaks, the market moves, and in hand with the CPI for year of year and month of month, the market will move a lot on Wednesday. That is a promise I can make. We are going to be watching the SPY ticker very closely for some volatile movement, and I'm sure we're going to be making some great trades on Wednesday. Jumping over to Gamestop now. I don't know what the hell is going on here, but GameStop has been rising, man. These meme stocks are just popping off. The original founder of the meme stock train back in, I believe, 2021, posted on Twitter for the first time in 3 years or 3.5 years today. And that's the basis of the reason why GameStop rose so much. It's pretty crazy to think that someone just tweeting something can cause a rise like this, but you better be careful with GameStop here because the IV is at 100%, I believe, still. So that means that the options premiums are going to be very, very expensive. You should also watch out if they do halt trading for GameStop, as the SEC does have a law in which if they believe market manipulation is taking place, they do halt trading. And that's pretty much exactly what that guy on Twitter is doing. GameStop would not have risen this much on anything. I mean, they could be releasing their own AI, and I doubt it would run this much. So be on the lookout for a pause here in trading. But for the short term, I don't really like GameStop at all, right? It's a meme stock. There's not really anything backing this move, and it could drop 200% tomorrow, right? But if you do want to play some puts for a long-term expiration date, you can see here that the last time it rose up this much, it just trended down for the rest of it, right? Because this hype train will not last forever. I promise you that. This hype train will die down sooner or later. It's just a matter of how high this hype train can get before it does die down. Another stock to watch is AMC, who in the aftermarket did reach 100% IV here. So their options premiums are also going to be really expensive, and they're going to be very volatile in the next few days. So we're going to be watching these plays here for maybe some long-term put options. And other than that, that's all for today. Thank you for tuning into the trading table. Be sure to join our Discord. Link is in the description. And I hope everyone has a great rest of the week. See you guys tomorrow.